Hello world, welcome. I'm your host, Mr. Stag. I bet you didn't know how Uber started. Today we're diving into the fascinating story of how a simple idea transformed the way we travel. Buckle up, because this journey is going to be as thrilling as a ride through the bustling streets of a city. Picture this. It's 2008. Paris is blanketed in snow. The city of romance and lights is now a winter wonderland, but for some it's a logistical nightmare. The streets are icy, the air is frigid, and getting from point A to point B is a challenge. Two guys are freezing their butts off. Garrett Camp and Travis Kalanick can't find a cab. They are stranded, shivering and frustrated. The cold bites through their coats, and every passing minute feels like an eternity. They try waving down cabs, but none stop. It's a scene many of us can relate to. A moment of helplessness in the face of urban chaos. Sound familiar? It's a tale as old as time, well, at least as old as smartphones. Back then, smartphones were just starting to become ubiquitous. They were these magical devices that promised to make our lives easier. Yet here they were, unable to solve this basic problem. This frustrating experience sparked an idea. What if you could order a ride with just a few taps on your phone? Imagine the convenience of summoning a car to your exact location, without the hassle of waiting in the cold, or dealing with unresponsive cab drivers. It was a revolutionary thought, one that could change the way we think about transportation. No more frantic waving on street corners, no more feeling invisible as cabs zoom past you. This idea was about putting the power back in the hands of the commuter, making transportation accessible and reliable. No more awkward conversations with dispatchers, just seamless, on-demand transportation. The vision was clear, a world where getting a ride was as easy as pressing a button. It was about creating a smooth, user-friendly experience that would redefine urban mobility. This aha moment in the City of Lights planted the seed for what would become Uber. Paris, with its blend of old-world charm and modern innovation, was the perfect backdrop for this groundbreaking idea. It was here, amidst the historic streets and iconic landmarks, that a new chapter in transportation history began. Little did they know this simple idea would revolutionize the way we move. It wasn't just about getting from one place to another. It was about transforming the entire experience of travel. It was about making transportation more efficient, more enjoyable, and more accessible to everyone. They were about to disrupt a multi-billion-dollar industry, one ride at a time. The traditional taxi industry, with its long-standing practices and established norms, was on the brink of a major upheaval. Uber was poised to challenge the status quo and bring about a new era of transportation. It wasn't just about convenience. It was about creating a system that worked for everyone, regardless of where they were or what time it was. It was about ensuring that transportation was no longer a barrier, but a bridge to opportunity. It was about democratizing access to transportation. By leveraging technology, Uber aimed to make rides available to anyone with a smartphone, breaking down barriers and connecting communities in ways that were previously unimaginable. It was about connecting riders and drivers in a whole new way. This platform was designed to create a seamless interaction between those who needed a ride and those who could provide one, fostering a sense of community and mutual benefit. And with that, Uber's journey began. From a snowy night in Paris to cities all around the world, Uber's story is a testament to the power of innovation and the impact of a single idea. Stay tuned as we explore more about how Uber grew from this humble beginning to become a global phenomenon. Fast forward to 2010. The world was on the brink of a technological revolution, and nowhere was this more evident than in San Francisco. San Francisco, the heart of innovation, became Uber's launchpad. This city, known for its steep hills and iconic landmarks, was about to witness a transportation transformation. The service was initially called UberCab. It was pretty exclusive. Imagine a time when hailing a ride meant calling a cab company or waving one down on the street. You could only hail black luxury cars. Remember those? Sleek, elegant, and always turning heads as they cruised by. It was like having a chauffeur on demand. No more waiting in the rain or struggling to find a cab late at night. The app was simple and intuitive. With just a few taps, you could summon a ride to your exact location. You could see the car's location in real time. This was a game changer, offering a level of transparency and convenience never seen before. You could even track its arrival on a map. No more guessing or wondering when your ride would show up. Mind-blowing stuff for 2010. People were amazed at how technology could simplify their lives in such a tangible way. The service was a hit with early adopters. Tech enthusiasts and urban dwellers quickly embraced this new way of getting around. People loved the ease of use. They loved the efficiency. No more fumbling for cash or dealing with grumpy drivers. And yes, they loved feeling fancy. Riding in a sleek black car made every trip feel like a special occasion. Word of mouth spread like wildfire. Friends told friends who told their friends, and soon everyone wanted to try Uber. Uber quickly became the go-to service for tech-savvy San Franciscans. The city's streets were soon filled with these sleek black cars. But this was just the beginning. The founders had a vision that extended far beyond San Francisco. Uber had much bigger plans. They envisioned a world where anyone, anywhere, could hail a ride with just a tap. They were ready to take on the world, one city at a time. And as we know now, they did just that, revolutionizing transportation globally. Uber's rise was nothing short of meteoric. What started as a luxury black car service in San Francisco quickly transformed into a global phenomenon. They expanded rapidly, launching in new cities across the globe. From New York to New Delhi, Uber was everywhere, offering a convenient and modern alternative to traditional taxis. But expansion came with growing pains. The rapid growth led to logistical challenges and operational hiccups. Drivers and riders alike faced issues, from app glitches to surge pricing complaints. Regulators weren't exactly thrilled about this new kid on the block disrupting the established taxi industry. Protests erupted and legal battles ensued as traditional taxi services fought to maintain their market share. Then came a game changer, UberX. This new service allowed everyday people to become drivers, using their own cars to offer rides. This service used regular people driving their own cars. It was a revolutionary idea that democratized ride-sharing, making it accessible to a broader audience. It offered a more affordable option for riders. UberX exploded in popularity. Suddenly, taking an Uber was no longer a luxury, but an everyday convenience. It made Uber accessible to the masses. People from all walks of life could now enjoy the benefits of ride-sharing, whether for daily commutes or spontaneous trips. Suddenly, everyone was talking about Uber. It became a household name, featured in news headlines and social media feeds worldwide. Whether you loved it or hated it, you couldn't ignore its impact. The debates were heated, with strong opinions on both sides about the benefits and drawbacks of this disruptive service. Uber was changing the way we think about transportation. It wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about convenience, efficiency, and a new way of navigating our cities, and they were just getting started. The journey from UberBlack to UberX was only the beginning of a transportation revolution that would continue to evolve and shape our world. Uber's impact went beyond convenience. It challenged the traditional taxi industry. Taxi medallions, once seen as golden tickets, lost their value. Suddenly, anyone could become a driver. This created economic opportunities for millions. But this disruption came at a cost. Taxi drivers protested against Uber. They argued that Uber had an unfair advantage. Governments grappled with how to regulate this new industry, and it was going to be a bumpy ride. Uber's rapid rise wasn't without its share of controversies. They faced legal battles over labor practices, safety concerns, and data privacy. Scandals rocked the company. There were allegations of a toxic work environment. Public scrutiny intensified. The pressure was on. Uber needed to address these challenges head-on. They needed to rebuild trust with riders and drivers. They needed a new leader to steer the company in a new direction. In 2017, Dara Khosrowshahi took the helm as Uber's CEO. He had a tough task ahead of him. He needed to change the company's culture. He needed to prioritize safety and accountability. He needed to navigate the company through a sea of legal challenges. Khosrowshahi brought a new tone to Uber. He emphasized collaboration and transparency. He made efforts to improve driver relations. He pushed for greater diversity and inclusion within the company. It was a new era for Uber. Under Khosrowshahi's leadership, Uber started to diversify its business. They went beyond ride-hailing. Uber Eats became a major player in the food delivery market. Uber Freight connected shippers with truckers. They even ventured into micro-mobility with electric bikes and scooters. This expansion into new markets helped to reduce Uber's reliance on its core ride-hailing business. It showed that Uber was more than just a ride-sharing app. They were becoming a global technology platform, connecting people and goods in new and innovative ways. Uber's journey is far from over. They continue to innovate and push the boundaries of transportation technology. Sustainability is a major focus. They're investing in electric vehicles and promoting shared rides. And then there's the big one, autonomous vehicles. Uber is heavily invested in self-driving technology. They envision a future where robotaxis ferry passengers around without human drivers. It's a bold vision. Uber's journey has been anything but boring. From a snowy night in Paris to a global transportation giant, they've disrupted an industry, faced their share of controversies, and emerged as a leader in innovation. Love them or hate them, there's no denying Uber's impact. They've changed the way we think about transportation. They've created economic opportunities for millions, and they're not done yet. The road ahead is long, but Uber's journey is a testament to the power of innovation and the transformative potential of technology. And with that, Mr. Stagg is logging off.